Today, we're going to be reviewing Ibanez guitars used by the band Polyphia. We're going to show you some of the features they hold and a lot of the sounds you can get out of them. We're also going to be giving our honest opinions about them. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Nate.
And this is Roxy Music. That was the band Polyphia. Great little tune they wrote there. It came out about 8 years ago.
That's how it seems like we've been listening to that song. I can't believe it's been 8 years.
Yeah.
It's been making the rounds for sure.
Yeah. It's a great tune. It's very difficult. I kind of got that really fast part. Not really. But you do what you can. The
rhythms stand out in the Polyphia stuff too.
Yeah.
They have crazy rhythms. I remember when you told me a year ago we have to learn this song. We're playing it with a student at one of our recitals. I said, "Oh man, we have to learn this crazy mixed meter, new metal stuff or whatever." And Tyler goes, "It's in 4, man. It's in 4." And I was like, "No," and it really is. It's just in 4. And they just come up with absurd uses of triplets. It's fascinating. I love it.
It's interesting stuff. We're reviewing the Tim Henson signature right now. That's the lead guitar player's signature model through Ibanez. It's a great guitar. Has a lot of pickup configurations. They got Fishman active pickups in them. What's the Fishman Fluence active pickups in them? The pickups start on the neck pickup. And we have voice 1 with it pushed down. And so that sounds like this. You go to voice 2.
Yeah, like you're saying.
They're EQ'd to sound like single coils a lot of the time, but they're not because you can't with active pickups.
So that's just changing some equalization in there, somewhere in their guts. It does. When you pulled that out, it sounds a little thinner.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
So now we're going to this. So when you do a pickup selector for some reason, it's only this pickup on now, not this one, which I know I just said you can only turn it off with, you can't coil tab them. It's slightly different because the wiring with the pickup selector.
Okay.
So it's wired just to connect to that.
So when you have it in that, I guess, second position there, then you're only using half of the pickup.
Yeah, half of this one. We're not using this one at all yet.
We're only using the neck pickup.
So you get that like.
It does.
As to opposed to this.
Does the knob push pull do anything in that position?
It doesn't do anything in that position. It's the same. Yep, same voicings. This is called voice 3. This is voice 1, and then this is voice 2. Then let's go to the middle pickup. So with the knob down, it's both humbuckers
fully on.
Yep, and that sounds like this. Oops, dropped my pick.
That sounds great.
I'm a fan, of course. Great. Now let's go to the second position, and that is just both leading pickups. Which is also the same as if you go back to the middle and pull this up. It's the same thing. Yep, sounds.
And I'm assuming that the push-pull doesn't really do anything in that.
Nope, it's the same.
Yeah.
Now we go to the bridge, and we got just the bridge pickup.
Very bright. And that's just the amp right now, right? You're not running that compressor or anything.
Nope, just the amp. Just pull it up.
So that's just an EQ thing too, because
Yep.
it doesn't sound like it split it.
Nope,
still
it's
had
not
the-
coil tapping. It's just EQing the difference.
That's pretty cool. That's
Yeah,
smart.
there's a lot of cool things this one that most guitars don't have. Like, it's a 5 pickup switch on a 2 pickup guitar, which is pretty uncommon.
Yeah,
So you got a lot more tonal options than you normally would.
Yeah, they're very excellent.
Yep. The neck has the Tree of Death inlay, which this guitar is called the TOD-10,
There
which
you go.
stands for the Tree of Death.
I guess.
Yeah.
Did he help come up with that?
Yeah, that's kind of his signature thing. Yeah, he's into a lot of weird stuff like that, which,
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, bring it on.
Yeah.
Guitar sounds great.
Yeah, he's a great guitar player.
You could put all the goofy stickers you want on it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm here
Yeah.
for the sound.
Then
Locking tuners. I
Yeah,
see
we got
that there.
Godot locking tuners. They work great. My friend actually owns this guitar, and he's like, yeah, the only thing I don't like about it is if I want to change tunings, it's so dang hard to change the tuning because it stays in tune so well.
It likes to keep it set up, huh?
Yes, so, which is great for playing. It's a curse if you want to like experiment. You kind of need another guitar for that, which is cool. Anyway, moving on. The nut is a Graphtec Tusca nut instead of a bone. Yeah, that's become pretty common nowadays. And we got a basswood body and a Godot bridge.
All right.
The last report I received from Ibanez showed this is the #1 Ibanez electric in selling in the country right now.
So it's a hot ticket item, huh?
Yeah. They recently released a different color. It's like metallic mauve or something. It looks kind of pink. That probably has taken over this one
Because
since.
it's new, right?
But it's the same guitar in a different finish.
That's a great color, though.
Yeah,
It
I
really
like the
does.
silver.
I do too.
Yeah. And then what have you got there?
This is an SR4 Ibanez bass. This is the 4-string. Pretty sure he plays a 5-string in real life Polyphia videos.
He uses that in the song Ego Death.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you'll have to.
That's why it's in the video.
Hey, all right. So these are the 400 level of the Ibanez SR basses, and this is a limited edition. This is Caribbean eyelet finish, and that's why it's a limited edition. The great part about this bass is that the EQ options that you get on it. It's an active bass, which we can bypass, and we can just have a tone knob and a pickup selector when I turn that off, or I have a little bit of overdrive on this amp, so you have to deal with that. When I have the EQ going, I have bass, treble, and mid-range that I can all boost or cut. Right now I have everything in the middle here.
Cool. So we got bass, mids, bass, mids, treble. Is that typical on bass EQ things, or is it typically treble, mid, bass?
You mean the order that they
Yeah.
would go? On a lot of active basses, they'll have a dual pot for the mid-range that is stacked, where you can select the frequency that you want to boost or cut. Typically, it does go bass, treble, and then and then the mid knob.
Okay.
Yeah. Or sometimes you'll have the bass and treble stacked and the mid-range knob be separate from that.
Yeah.
I do like having the separate controls on this one with the bass, treble, and mid-range.
Sure.
The switch is pretty neat.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what frequencies those are going to, but that is cool to when I'm a big slapper, so I like to be able. I would roll if I wanted a typical sound. I would take that mid-range.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the treble. So no, hey, wait. So this is mid-range in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a little odd.
Which makes sense to me as a guitar player because that's everything I see.
Yeah, I get it now. You laid me up there that one, and I totally missed it. Yeah, with in the middle there. So if you roll out some of the mids, and you can get a cool, pretty good, probably we'll juice a little bit of the low end and the high end too, so we can hear that. Roll out some mids. Let's go all the way with the bottom. That's really great with the scoop action
Yeah.
there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. You can tell the different frequencies that it's cutting out of there.
Yeah, awesome.
And then obviously the basic pickup selector.
Sure. And when it's active, it becomes a pickup selector.
When it's active, it's a pickup selector, and then if you turn the active circuit off, it's
a tone knob.
It's like the tone knob.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, like I said earlier, I think he plays this bass in the song Ego Death. He might be playing the 5-string version. We'll check. And the bass player Clay, not to be confused with their drummer Clay,
Dueling Clays.
plays that in the song Ego Death. So we got one more electric to show you that we have that I use. And they also use this in the song Ego Death.
The iron label. It's got too many strings on it.
Yeah, I don't like 7 strings. We're going to pause one moment and do an editing cut to tune it. This is the Xiphos Iron Label. It's a cool guitar. It does one thing, and that's rock. We got 7 strings and a Floyd Rose. They also use this guitar in the song Ego Death. Actually, they use every guitar we have here except the Tim Henson signature, which is kind of funny to me in that song. Sounds great. I'm not really a 7-string player. I get lost. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's low notes.
It is.
Sometimes I feel personally attacked when people have 7 strings as a bass player because I feel like I'm not needed.
Yeah, they're taking away your job.
Yeah, come on.
It's got the Floyd Rose.
in,
Yeah.
Pretty typical pickup selection here. Does this split the pickups for you or anything like
Nope.
that?
It's
Nope.
just
What
straight.
you see is what you get.
Yep. And they're DiMarzio pickups. They're DiMarzio
Loud
activator
humbug.
humbuckers. That's what they're called.
Activator?
Yeah, they're activator humbuckers. Here's the neck. Middle. And then the bridge.
Cleans it way up. You
Yeah.
definitely got to use that bridge pickup
Yeah.
if you're playing squealy high notes, right? Very iron label-ish.
Yeah. And that's kind of what this guitar does. Metalheads will probably be like, you could go more over to it, but it's got a volume, tone, pickup selector, DiMarzio pickups, and a Floyd
And
Rose
lots
bridge.
of dangerous edges for your children.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's black. The color looks great.
Great color.
And
Great
it's,
color.
yeah.